Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about message delivery. Message delivery is really important. You want to deliver your messages to your client in a way that has your client search a little bit, help you with the reading. So in the beginning, you want to say to them, listen, I'm going to connect with spirit, but I get signs and symbols and feelings, and I really need you to help me figure it all out because I might get it dead on right, or I might, be off a little bit. So I'm going to need your help to figure some things out. And when you start a reading like that, it prepares the person to have a more active role in the reading. And it's better for both of you. So you want your client to really realize that they're just as much a part of this as you are. Because if their energy starts to go bad, if they start to feel anxious or nervous that you're not going to connect to the right person, or you're not going to get their mom or their brother or whoever they're so hoping to connect with, they're going to start to shut down. And when their energy shuts down, that's going to affect you. You're sitting right next to them. And being a sensitive person that you are, and we are also sensitive, the minute you start to feel that they are getting disappointed or upset, guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to lose your link to spirit. It's just going to happen. So when you give messages in a way that's a little bit more open and not so definite, especially in the beginning, don't give such definite messages like, I have your father and he died of a heart attack. Because that could be a setup for you, especially when you're still trying to learn, who you're connecting to, who's here. A lot of times I find spirits in the beginning will just throw information at you, and you don't know what information's coming from what spirit. They're just it's like they're throwing everything in a strainer, and what you can hear comes through because they know that you have to develop your ability to hear and feel and sense. So it's almost like they throw everything at you. So you might get bits and pieces from one spirit and then another spirit, and then they jump to another spirit. But that's just you developing, and don't be upset with yourself when that happens. So when you keep your messages a little bit more open, like it feels like a father energy. Do you have a father that's passed? And they say, no, but my grandfather's passed and he was like a dad to me. So look, you left that message completely open and the reading can continue instead of, I have your father here. And then and then your client says, my father isn't dead. That's a real reading buster. So you want to, especially in the beginning, keep your messages open. So especially with names. I mean, some people really are great with names. They hear names and they get names, and 95% they're accurate. But I'll have to say, when they're wrong, it's not a good thing. Because if you say, oh, I have a Mary here, and so then the person searches and searches and searches and says, no, there's no Mary. And says it in that way, again, that can shut them down and shut you down. Instead of saying, I'm hearing like an M name. It sounds like an M name. It could be Mary. It could be Margaret. It could be Martin. It's got that kind of sound to it. Then this helps your client search. Okay, let me think. Who's passed that has an M name? Oh, my grandmother Margaret. She's passed. It must be her. And then the next bit of information you'll get will verify that it is their grandmother. So, it's good to keep those messages open and flowing, because if you don't, then you can really just shut your reading down. Like if you, give a message, that I'm seeing two people in spirit, and you see them really close, and spirit shows you like this, that they're side by side and really close. So you make an interpretation that they're twins. So you say, I'm seeing twins in spirit. And they're like, I don't know any twins. Again, that shuts your reading down. So what you want to do is you want to say exactly what you're seeing and feeling, and keeping that open. I feel two energies, and these two energies are really, really close. Boy, I would think they were twins. They may not be, but I would think that they were twins. So then the person will be like, oh, my brother and sister, they weren't twins, but they were so, so close. And you would think that they were twins. So you see the difference between the two? There's a big difference. And because, when we get messages from spirit, it can be just a little bit off, that we can misinterpret that. So keep your messages a little bit more on the open side, okay? And let me know how that goes.